morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody's Tuesday? I pray that your morning gotten off to an amazing start, but if not, hit that reset button and start all over again. I am having issues with this right eye, excuse me. It's really giving me the blues this morning, but I'm not going to allow that to stop me. And the title of today's devotional is one word: focus. Focus. And the reference scripture can be found in Hebrews 12:12. Hebrews 12:12. And it reads as follows: Therefore, strengthen your feeble arms and weak knees. He's telling us to do that. Once we begin to follow Christ, once we do, then he gives us the strength to continue doing it. But we must at least start it. And I'm going to read this out of my study Bible. Y'all know how I like to break it down and make it just a little bit clear. That's still Hebrews 12:12. The word therefore is a clue that what follows is important. We must not live with only our own survival in mind. That's good. Others will follow our example. And we have a responsibility to do them if we are living for Christ, as we claim to be. Lord help us. Does your example make it easier for others to believe in and follow Christ and to mature in him? Or would those who follow you end up confused and misled? I'm going to read that again. I'm trying to find the... Okay, does your example, your way of living for Christ, showing up for Christ, talking like Christ, how you carry yourself, does your example make it easier for others to believe in and follow Christ and mature in him? Or will those who follow you end up confused and misled? That's a question. I'm not even sure how to answer it. God is still working on me. A lot of things that I was taught and what I've learned and what I've seen and what I've read, God done had to strip some things off of me that is not a heaven or hell issue. And when you're used to a certain way, when you've seen things done a certain way, it's hard to get away from that. But you have to allow the Holy Spirit to shape your mind, renew your mind, to have the mind of Christ. It takes the Holy Spirit. You can't do that on your own. Honey, you'll be still looking at folks all crazy. You'll be still looking, from head to toe, why you got that on. And let me put a springboard in there. I'm not saying we're not supposed to care about what we have on, because we are. We're supposed to dress modestly, not supposed to be showing all your goodies, as they say. Leave something to the imagination. And we're living in times now where, just about everything is being accepted. And so, but I'm praying to just ask God to help me to keep my eyes on him and let him deal with his children. Is that all right? I just said, Lord, that's your child. You deal with them. You know how it is when you go to someone else's home. Sometimes you be wanting to discipline that child to just run around screaming, and you looking at them, and you know they age appropriate to know better, and you be wanting to, See, I know ain't nobody going to be honest and say, yeah, I've been at a family member's house or a friend's house, and they son and daughter got to cutting up, and you can see the manipulation. You can see them just getting over on their parent, but yet and still you have to just sit there in silence while you talk within yourself and say, boy, I wish they belonged to me. Oh, I wished I just had them for a day. Oh, I know ain't nobody gonna be honest, but that's okay. Sometimes you go into some of these places, these churches, these wherever, and you're like, my Lord, you just have to. I miss the dear mother of my church, Mother Porter. She said, so Yolanda, I just keep my head down. She said, because if I keep it down, I won't see some of this stuff. She used to crack me up. And I'm finding out now, that's the best way to do. You see something, just drop your head. Just put your head in your lap. Because some of this stuff it'll make you shake your head. But anyway, let me get into this devotional. But we have to remember that how we show up, we are, and how we're following Christ. Once God began to shake and shift and change and maneuver and restore, people ought to be able to see that. People that are following you, people that are watching you, they ought to be able to see the fruit that you are bearing, the fruit of the Spirit. They should be able to see that. And so them watching you, it will start causing them to examine themselves. If you're walking around murmuring and complaining and woe it's me and man, I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't wear this and I can't, that's not very attractive. That's not anything that's striving to give their life to Christ. They're not going to want to follow that. When every time they see you, you got a sad story. You singing a sad song. They rejecting me. They looking over me. I mean, well, they're going to, that's just a part of life. Honey, you better get used to that. Because they'll love you today and they'll crucify you tomorrow. You got to get used to that. People are people. And people are iffy people. They'll talk to you today and shun you the next. They'll know you one day and they don't know you the next day. Honey, you better get used to that. Because people are people. Cross them. Don't agree with them. And see what happens. Let me get into this. I ain't got to go down the road this morning, so it's all good. Life is filled with unexpected challenges. Every storm is not in the forecast. My Lord. Man, I felt that. Man, because there's some things that came up on me. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? There was no warning. There was no siren. There was no sign. It just happened. And when life just happens, you got to figure out a way to deal with it, to handle it, to go through it. Because life is going to throw you some unexpected. You might as well get ready for that. Saved, unsaved. Sometimes we plan for a pleasant sunny day, and suddenly, without warning, the rain begins to pour, and the wind blows hard. Now, I haven't read the devotional, so each time a storm arises in our lives, we have to choose what we will focus on. And that's so true. Sometimes we focus, man, it's just raining so hard. What you worried about the rain for? You ain't even going nowhere today. It's just raining. The ground need the rain, the farm need, you got to stop thinking about yourself. You looking out, complaining about the rain, and you ain't got nowhere to go. If we focus on our disappointment and think too much about the problem, it seems to get bigger and bigger. Yeah, it does get bigger and bigger. Why? Because you're watering it. You're entertaining it. You're giving life to it. You're speaking life to it. It can't do nothing but grow. But if we focus on God's goodness in our lives and trust that all things will work out for our good, it allows us to enjoy the day. I'm telling you. And that's what God has been dealing with me on. Because it's easy to focus on what you don't have, what you wish you did have, where you can't go, where you wish you could go. And God is saying, focus on where you at. Because when you go to focusing too ahead of yourself, what happens? You get discouraged. You feel left out. You feel, woe is me. even though it didn't work out as originally planned. We have when we have when we have physical pain, if we focus on the pain, it gets worse. And God knows that's the truth. As every minute goes by. But paying attention to or focusing on something else almost diminishes the pain to some degree. See, when you stop watering it, when you stop bringing it up, when you stop focusing on it, that's the name of the devotional. That just came out and the Lord helped me to look. When you stop focusing on it, when you stop adding to it, when you stop worrying about it, when you stop stressing about it, it won't be that relevant in your life. When you keep meditating on your past, when you keep talking about what you did wrong, when you talk about you wish you can go back and redo it, you can't. So you might as well just move forward and focus on where God is trying to take you. And stop allowing the devil, yourself, to keep drawing you back to where God has delivered you from. Just think of it like this. And this is just follow me. Every time you think about your past and you think about what you did wrong, you think about what they said you did wrong, you think about the negative things that were spoken into your spirit, but you know God has delivered you from that. But every time you go back to that, you're going back licking up your own vomit. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. That abortion, if you ask God to forgive you, let it go. Don't keep going back and licking on it. Let it go. Fornication, you did it. You asked for forgiveness. Let it go. Don't keep going back licking on it. Whatever God has delivered you from, adultery, if you ask for forgiveness and you believe in your heart he's done that, don't keep going back licking on it. It's gonna put a sour taste in your mouth. So just let it go. Ask for forgiveness and move forward. That's it, that's all. Think about things that benefit you. Well, Lord, here you go. I didn't even read. I told you I haven't read the devotional. Think about things that benefit you and not about things that add to your misery. See, I hadn't even read the devotional. So when you keep going back and licking on that vomit that brings misery, that's disgust. You're discouraged. You're down. You feel worthless. But when you've asked God to forgive you and you meant that from your heart, move forward. No matter who chooses to stay in a place where you used to be, who you used to be, you don't have to stay there. See, we got to stop trying to please man, please people. You'll never be successful in that. Because like I said in the beginning, they'll love you one day and they'll crucify you the next. They know you one day and the next day they may act like they don't even know you. Oh, I've experienced, I know what I'm talking about. Listen, if you don't know, if you haven't experienced it, I'm going to tell you like my grandma used to say, keep living. Some of the stuff you've heard me say, if you haven't experienced it, like my grandma said, keep living. That's all you got to do. Keep waking up. If you Having experienced being rejected, being persecuted, being lied on, being pushed aside, being overlooked, keep living. Because I could write a book, and I guarantee you it'll sell. But I thank God that I don't focus on that. I don't water that anymore. I don't give life to that anymore. Because when the devil and my own thoughts try to take me back, God shows me a glimpse of where I'm going. And where I'm going is bigger than where I came from. So why would I keep going backwards? Why would I keep bringing up what I've been through? Why would I keep bringing up what I lost? Why would I keep bringing up who wasn't there? Why would I keep, why would I keep bringing it up? Who didn't acknowledge me? Who didn't appreciate me? Why would I keep bringing that up? Who is that helping? You have to get to the place where you are okay. And you understand people are people. We are all flawed. We are subject to make mistakes. We are subject to let one another down. It's in our DNA. It's not an excuse behavior. Because when you get to a certain age, you know better. But don't condemn yourself and don't say that. Even if you've done it maliciously, even if you've done it eye for an eye or tooth for a tooth, get it right. Just get it right. Here's the prayer. That was a good. Let me read that last part again. Think about things that benefit you and not about things that add to your misery. I always say you are in control of your peace. You are in control of what kind of day you gonna have. We have to stop allowing people to come in and dictate what kind of day we gonna have. Don't start bringing up all kind of foolishness. You don't have to sit there and entertain it. Because if they bring a foolishness to you about somebody else, trust me, they carrying on with somebody else about you. Don't get it twisted. You're not that important. Let me get to this prayer. Lord, help me. Father, help me focus on the good things in life rather than the disappointments and the challenges. Sometimes we can focus so much on things and people that have disappointed us. We think about the challenges in life. And I don't know how I'm going to overcome this. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it. If you take one step, God will take two. Sometimes He takes more than that. Sometimes we just have to start. And we have to start somewhere. And sometimes that start comes with letting go of your past, letting go of your hurt, letting go of your pain, letting go of who let you down, letting go of who done you wrong, letting go of who didn't love you. And once you begin to let those things go, I'm talking about truly let them go, you on your way. You're headed in the right direction. But being able to focus, it comes with forgetting. It comes with letting go. It comes with a made-up mind to move forward. Because you can't focus on where you're going if you continue to go back to where you came from. Physically, mentally, emotionally. You have to just move forward. Move forward. You may say, well, Yolanda, you don't. Some things, it's just been tough. You still have to move forward. You said, well, they didn't treat me right when I was a child. You have to move forward. A lot of them folks is dead and gone. And if they were still here, their response would be, what I did didn't kill you. You still living, ain't you? You have to just move forward. You have to just allow things to be what they are. And give people permission to be human. Because something comes with just being a human. It don't make it right. But I thank God. I thank God for my growth, for my maturing in Him. Because I just didn't see how I was going to move past certain things, let certain hurt go, let certain losses be what they are. I just didn't know. Because I was relying on me and not on Him. And when I realized I can't do this by myself, I don't know the way, I don't have the answers. I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about those that got all the answers and got them figured out. I'm talking about me. And the moment I let Him know I'm going to follow Him, I'm going to do what He calling me to do. As hard as it is, I'm going to let some things go. I'm going to let the dead bury the dead. I'm going to let the hurt, the pain, the shame, the embarrassment, the disappointment, I'm going to let it go. Because I don't know about anybody else, but I want to see His face. I want to hear, well done. I wouldn't trade this walk, this life, this journey for nothing in the world. Because it's been my everything. When people walked out of my life, when they no longer wanted to be a part, for whatever their reasons were, all I had was Jesus. At some time, He was all I had. He was my go-to. He seen many tears, but He also wiped many tears as well. And I wouldn't be the woman that I am today had I not focused, had I not put my eyes on Him, had I not submitted and gave Him my whole heart to follow Him, allow Him to mold me, to strip me, to refine me, to restore me. That's why I sit here today. And I thank Him that He didn't allow me to lose my mind, to go into depression. Although honestly, I think I may have had I think I had a level of it. I really do. It's been tough, but I wouldn't change anything, because I can see where God is working everything out for my good. But He can't make it out for your good if there's no troubles, if there's no trials, if there's no tribulations, if there's no mistakes. There has to be something for Him to make good. So that means something has to go wrong. But I thank God. He's yet doing the work in me. I'm not a finished product. He said He prepared the table in the presence of your enemy. Remember, you are the table. You are the table. He's preparing you. He's restoring you. He's reshaping you. He's stripping you. He's forming you. He's molding you, so He can present you in front of those that said you wouldn't make it. You wouldn't go anywhere. You will always live in be depressed. You will always have anxiety. But He's preparing you. Allow Him to finish His work so you can be presented. I gotta go. I pray that something was said that would cause you to search your heart. And if somewhere, somehow, you've got your eyes off of where God is taking you because of life, trials, people, get your focus back. Get your focus back this morning. Speak life over your situation, your circumstance, your friends, your foes, those that said that you would never make it, those that said that you would never go anywhere, those that said that you'll never amount to anything. Speak life over them as well. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. Remember, focus is the key. Don't focus on things that brings you misery, that makes you miserable. Stop thinking about your past. Let it go. Stop thinking about who hurt you. Let it go. Stop thinking about who didn't love you. Maybe they couldn't. Maybe they didn't know how. Let it go. Stop thinking about who did you wrong. Let it go. Because you got to remember you probably done somebody wrong too. So let it go. Sometimes we wish people was there for us because of who they are in our lives. But I've had to learn, maybe they don't know how. Maybe they don't know how to be who you need them to be or how you feel they should be. Give them grace and let it go. Until next time, everyone have an amazing day. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for coming all the way in the room. And those that may just be peeking and said, well, this is May and she's still showing up. I'm still here. I'm still here. Blessings to you all. Have an amazing day on purpose. Until next time. There my sis. Hey, Sister Rue, God bless you. Thanks for hopping on this morning. God bless you. And everyone else, my TT, my cousin, Mr. Sharp, thank God for you. And this, I don't know if that's Maria. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. Thank you all for hopping on. Until next time, stay blessed because you're already blessed.